Hi everyone and welcome to Zudello. Today's video is going to be about the AP process. So what I'm going to do is go into the purchasing module and into the invoices submodule. And what you're going to be able to see here are two statuses. You've got the ready status, which means that your invoices have come through and they're ready to go through to the approval flow. And then we've got the user review status, where if there's any changes that need to be made manually, they can be done there as well. Now, there are multiple different ways to put documents into Zudello. The first one is through a simple drag and drop, and the second one is through your own team inbox here. As you can see, mine is called Ollie Core Best Business Ever, and what you can do is auto forward your emails into this inbox, and it would auto classify into the purchasing module and then into the invoices submodule. Now I'm going to open a document and look at a document here, Linen Fresh. Within this document, you can see the original document on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, you can see all the extracted data. Some key things to note here. First of all, we do have a live ABN check, so we can make sure that your suppliers are registered for GST. We also do a validation check as well to make sure that the bank details are correct too. Going on from there, what you can do then is enrich this document. That means putting in key data to this document so that it goes through your right approval flow. To do that, there are two main ways. Underneath the items, you can go to dimensions and you can put in the right entity here, and it will come up with the two options that you have here, entity one, and it will auto-populate all the lines. The other way you can do it is through what I call the Excel approach. And what you can do is double click in the tab, click GST, and on the bottom right-hand side here, you'd be able to drag down that box all the way to the bottom, and it would auto-populate like so. Some of the other cool features to bring up in this tab as well is the chat function. The chat function allows you to chat to anyone within your organization to get any clarifying information you need for this document to take place. Once I'm happy with that document, I can then save and submit at the top here, and it will go into your required approval flow. Some of the key things to note while that's loading is our approval flows can be set to your standards of your organization. And on this one, it's based off department, but we can also base it off a project code or other dimensions that you may need for your business. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the first approver, which is Daniel, so you can see what he can see. Now as Daniel, he'll be able to check that invoice. So he'll go into purchasing, he'll go into invoices, and then he'll be able to click on that document there. Now, what Daniel will be able to see is the approval flow it's going to take before it goes into the ERP. He'll be able to see the document on the right-hand side. He'll be able to see all the data that's been extracted and the enrichment data as well. And when he's ready, he'll be able to approve that document too. Now, if he approves it, it will go on to the next person. However, if he were to reject that document, it would either go back through to the supplier, or it could go back to the person who submitted this document into the approval flow. Now for this document, what I'm going to do is I'm going to approve that document. Once approved, you can see that Daniel's now approved that document and it's now gone to David to approve next. Assuming that David has approved that document, it then goes on to the last person in the approval flow, which is Alexandra Foster. Now, like the rest of them, she'll be able to see the document on the right-hand side and the relevant information on the left. And if necessary, she can chat with either Daniel or David to make sure that document has been approved properly there as well. And now when she is ready, she will then approve that document. And at that point, when she approves that document, it will then go into the completed section, which means it's gone into your ERP for payment. At that point, it will go in two different ways, either with a link to your ERP, referencing back to the document within Zudello, or alternatively, you can send through the attachment to the ERP with the information too. Thank you very much.